Hi and welcome to my channel. Please like this video and subscribe, that would be so good. Thank you. So today we are working on this image right here. I got her from Pinterest, whatever you call it. Literally she was like the first result. I loved her dress, I loved her outfit, her pose, everything was just on point for me. So I'll change a few things, but let's jump straight into it. So today I'm using IBIS Paint X, not just today, but that's the software I use, and I like it because it gives me what's in Procreate, but because I do not have a tablet that is an Apple device, I don't have an iPad. This is a Samsung Tab S6 Lite, so that's the hardware I am using today. So the option I have is, well, I have other options, to be honest. There are so many drawing apps on the App Store, but I choose IBIS because it just makes sense for me. So this is a free version. As you can see up there, there's some ads. Right now, one from KCB is showing, so please don't be distracted by that. It's just because this is a free version, so I have to watch an ad every time like I want to use the brushes. So it gives you 18 hours of free brushes, and for me that's a good compromise, to be honest. So I just watch the ads, or rather I put play and I look away. It just 30 seconds of my life, so it's okay. So here what I'm doing is starting off with my sketch. So you saw me draw a line that goes from top to bottom. That's what I do when I am working on human figures, if I can say that. Even animals, I do that sometimes. So that helps me to just get to gauge the center point of an object. Even an apple, you can do that, even with a pineapple. Like, it's just a good focal point to start everything from. So I did a little small line indicating where her face would be, the shoulders, how the shoulders are lying, and now I'm going into her shoes. So something I really like about digital art, as you'll see in just a few moments, is I can draw, make mistakes, and remedy it in like a heartbeat. So I can just undo it, I can rub it, and if I don't like how I have undone it, I can come back and redo what I haven't done. You know? So for me, that freedom is everything, honestly. I don't have that when I'm using a rubber, or some people say an eraser. I don't have that. So if I'm doing traditional art from now on, I think it's better if I just start with a digital sketch where I can finesse everything to my heart's content, and then I scan it out, or rather I print it out on a paper. Then I can work from that. Just makes the whole process much easier, you know. So right now, as you've seen, that hand was so large. I have just minimized it with the lasso tool, and I love that. You know, I can just draw with peace of mind that my work is it's not cast in stone, and it won't spoil my my paper, because this is not paper. Like, I can rub as much as I want, and I can change the proportions as much as I want without harassing anything. So for me, that's golden. So even here, I'm just finessing with the proportions, everything, but I am so far from the finished project from the finished product, and I am still going to finesse this thing like crazy throughout this whole process. And it gets harder once you add more layers. As you'll see in the future, I'll have to work through different layers if I want to change the proportions. So it's easier to do it now when there's no color, or when there are no layers on your work. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. So I have really spoken, and I think you guys deserve some music, you know. Just chill out, relax, and watch me paint. There's a time lapse coming up at the end of this video, so you'll be able to see my work from like an aerial view, I guess, without any angles to it. So you'll see exactly how I did it, all the Willy Wonka wonkiness of my work in the beginning, how I finesse, I've used that word a lot, but how I finesse the the work, how it looks proportioned. I twist the canvas to face the left and face the right, just to show me what's looking ugly. Sometimes your work is ugly and you need another perspective. Either stand up, go away, come back, put your work in a mirror. But this is digital art, so you can literally flip your canvas on the computer. You don't need a mirror. So I'll also do that. So yeah, let me stop rambling. Enjoy the music, enjoy the video.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh, I knew it's you, yeah, boy. The one to show me now and forever. No, you'll never be alone again. All day, oh yeah, all day. Please stay in my arms, boy. The one to show me if we're together. It don't matter if it rains. All day, oh yeah, all day. As long as you're in my arms, boy. It's you and me on this beautiful day, and it's smiling, holding on to your tight. I guess our hearts can align, and it feels so bright. It's like your love has gotten to me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. I can see it now, it's deep in your eyes. No way to define what we feel inside. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh, I knew it's you, yeah, boy. The one to show me now and forever. No, you'll never be alone again. All day, oh yeah, all day. Please stay in my arms, boy. The one to show me if we're together. It don't matter if it rains. All day, oh yeah, all day. As long as you're in my arms, boy. Don't worry of tomorrow. For now, you're everything in my day. I love the way you like a song, you know my heart. Cause you know me, know my heart. You're everything in my day. I love the way you know my heart. Yeah, alright. The one to show me now and forever. No, you'll never be alone again. All day, oh yeah, all day. I can let you know that you're my boy. The one to show me if we're together. It don't matter if it rains. I will love you every day. As long as you're in my arms, boy. The one to show me now and forever. No, you'll never be alone again. All day, oh yeah, all day. Please stay in my arms, boy. The one to show me if we're together. It don't matter if it rains. All day, oh yeah, all day. As long as you're in my arms, boy.
Hi guys, I am back. So I just thought it would be good if I came and kind of talked about how I lay down my coloring process, if you can call it that. So here I started with her skin. Obviously this is just a base color. It's very ashy, it's desaturated, it's just something you put on the base. Like, it's, for me, it's an indicator of the colors that should come on top or what comes next, because I don't like drawing on a white canvas. I like to fill in things as fast as I can so that I can get it going, and so that I can have color harmony, honestly. So when I see her face is this color, I can think, well, will this shade of red go with the skin tone that I've selected? Okay, so I use this red. Will I need to change the skin tone in the future, such stuff. So I always start with a kind of transparent layer where I can work the color back into the piece further along the road, because traditionally I am more of a watercolor artist, to be honest. I draw with watercolors most of the time when I'm not doing digital art. So watercolor, you start with a transparent wash and then you build the layers. So I've kind of brought that working process into my digital work. So I work from transparent and work up the opacity, if I can put it like that. So right now I think I'm about to do her face, but I was just wondering, should I do her face on this layer or on another layer? Because when you get the layers wrong, like as a newbie, when you're starting off, if you get the layers wrong, it will just mess up your whole work. So if you decide to like do everything on one layer, okay, and you mess up and you want to fix that layer, and it would be difficult for you to do that because everything is grouped together. So it's better if you do her skin first, or in a different layer, then you do her clothes, then you do her bag. So future me didn't really think of that, so I did her dress, as you're seeing me start here. I did her dress and her bag on the same layer, like the base layer, which with hindsight it was not the best idea, but I'll tell that to myself the next time I draw. Like, I need to separate the features in the work. And funny enough, this is not my first rodeo. This is not the first time I'm doing this digital work. Like, the piece I did prior to this was very well laid out. The layers were very properly put together. The clipping mask was put properly together. Well, clipping mask is just a feature that allows you to like draw on another layer on top of a different layer without you painting outside that layer, if that makes sense. So if I have clipping mask on her dress on, and I want to draw on the background, that's not going to be possible. So it's just going to be confined to the layer prior to it, if that makes sense. So right now for this piece of work, it was a bit difficult for me to do clipping mask properly because I did everything kind of in one layer to start with, which was not the smartest thing to do. But yeah. So future me will definitely work on being more intentional with the more layers, the easier and the smoother your work process will be. But now the thing with IBIS that I've noticed is the more layers you put, obviously the slower your PC is gonna be. So if you have like 18 layers, 20 layers, 30 layers, my friend, you are gonna have a hard time trying to keep this app on. It's gonna crash like, yeah, exactly, all the time. So I think that was in my mind when I was drawing, so I minimized on how many layers I'd put so that my app doesn't crash. You know, the hardships of using a free app. Yeah. So anyway, here I am drawing her bag because I just needed to tie it together. The bag, I didn't want it to look exactly like what was in the picture, so I played with the colors. I put some red in there to like tie it in with the bag. Yeah, so as you'll notice, my work is not what would I call it, you can't really put straight lines to it. I like it like that because it's organic. Yeah, so here I'm fast forwarding for you guys. I drew like 2 days later and I had so much details that I had already done, and I didn't film that because I was having a hard time like transcribing, rather transporting the video files to edit it. So anyway, I skipped a lot. So here I am doing her glove. I was really itching to do her hands for some reason. I have no idea. I was ready to take on her hands. So anyway, here I am resizing her glove because I noticed, man, her hands were long. She was kind of looking like Ip Girl. No offense, honey. She was looking funny. So I had to like redo her hands so that everything is proportioned. You know, you have to look at the anatomy of a human being. Like, we're not apes. Well, at least I don't believe we are. So her hands need to be proportioned to human proportions, if that is making any sense. So as you can see here, something funny happened because right now there are so many layers going on. There's the background layer, there's the sketch layer, And yeah, so behind there's a spot that's white where the glove was, that was not filled in the background there. So I'll have to go back in and fill all that up with some paint, but it's not complicated, honestly. No, it really isn't. So I would actually do an in-depth of that together with showing you guys all the functioning tools that I have known so far, because there's so much about IBIS that I do not know yet. It's a very expansive app, but the thing is, with what I've noticed is that the interface is not as accessible as Procreate. Yeah, it's not the best, but we do with what we do. So finding things here is a bit harder. Like, you have to go through a couple of forests, jump through a hoop, go through a lake before you find a tool that's right there on Procreate. Like, it's just there. So that's a difference. So for me, I'll have to do my homework much more on how to find my way around this tool. So right now I'm just thinking, man, does that hand look funny still? Maybe it does. So I'm gonna fix that up to go through the layers. As you can see there, I had 9 layers already, and my app was kind of having glitches, so I didn't want to add any more. And what I do to fix that, if it's appropriate, is that I combine layers. If I feel like I've done something enough, like let's say her dress is detailed enough, I can merge one layer, the bottom layer and the shading layer, into one layer, if that makes sense, so that the interface just has an easier time. So as you can see there, I was choosing a brush. This is I think it's a soft felt pen, something like that. It kind of gives you I wouldn't say watercolor, but watercolor look, because you can add layers with it and you can clearly tell. So that's the brush I've been using, and to remove the harsh lines, I blur it out, which you will see in a little bit. It's coming up. So yeah, just adding those small details that make something look complete and not yuck. So now I'm going to minimize her bag. It was looking funny, although I don't like straight lines, but it was still looking funny. So because everything is in a different layer, as I am telling you guys here, you have to like go through each layer and change the sizing, which was a bit of a pain, but it was worth it because it looked funny and I needed to fix that. So if you don't want that hassle, you can literally just finish all your work and then fix it in the end. But no, that's not what I did here. So I am going to start adding details to her bag. There is some shadows going through, and in a bit I'm going to add some highlights and use the blur tool. So you guys, I'm going to let you enjoy that part of this video. And
if you can't say anything real nice, it's better not to talk at all, is my advice.
When I wake up, I feel cozy, yeah. Can you hold up? Don't need no coffee yet. Got no makeup. How do you look so fine? Bust up, bust up. How did I make you mine? Stay a minute, another minute. Hold on a second, I love this moment, yeah. Stay a minute, another minute. Hold on a second, I love this moment, yeah. Don't you love when we take our time to make love? Promise you I'm not wasting time in the bathtub. We don't gotta rush, no. Never gonna rush, no. My life's in a slow-mo, always in a slow-mo. I still show up on time. Stay a minute, another minute. Hold on a second, I love this moment, yeah. Stay a minute, another minute. Hold on a second, I love this moment, yeah. Stay a minute, another minute. Hold on a second, I love this moment, yeah. Stay a minute, another minute. Hold on a second, I love this moment, yeah. You got me feeling loved, even though I hold us up. Let me know if you ever think that I am being too much. You got me feeling loved, even though I hold us up. Let me know if you ever think that I am being so. Just stay a minute, another minute. Hold on a second, I love this moment, yeah. Just stay a minute, another minute. Hold on a second, I love this moment, yeah. Just stay a minute, another minute. Hold on a second, I love this moment, yeah. Just stay a minute, another minute. Hold on a second, I love this moment, yeah.
also to say thank you. This is the finished product. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I certainly did. Please subscribe and follow me on Instagram. Thanks so much. Christiana.